they keep on renewing Delhi Crime?
Because there is no other show like Delhi Crime. It's the best show that's come out of India. As an actor, you have to bring yourself to the table. Otherwise, how will this character be? How will I own her?
Yeah.
I remember when I was offered this, I was told that I don't need an actor, I need a collaborator. So as an actor, there is always a fear.
Yeah.
Like I'd never go on a set thinking I know it. I'm always on a set thinking, now I don't know what to do.
After
Always.
30 years?
Yes, after 30 years. And I think that is what works for me.
Right.
Because every project, there is no complacency. I think I was the busiest in that year where I had those 6 releases.
Yeah.
And I was hoping my entire career would be like that, but I realized no, that was a one-off.
Yeah.
So I wish I was busier. There will be some good shows, there will be some not so good shows. There will be a peak and then there will be a fall. But that's a part of everything. But is it going to end? No chance.
Hello everyone, welcome to OTT Play Showreel. This is Aishwarya. Today I'm very excited because I'm interviewing someone whom I've interviewed 4 times in the past 4 years. But this is the first time we are going to talk about Delhi Crime. Yes, I'm talking about none other than Shefali Shah. Hello Shefali ma'am, welcome to OTT Play.
Thank you, Aishwarya.
You know, I remember when we used to talk about other titles which you did, like during Darlings and during Jalsa. Every time you mentioned me that Vartika Chaturvedi is the only character where you wear the uniform or you just look into it and you're already there. And this is the 3rd time you're doing it. So was it equally easier like you did for the first 2 times?
No, it's not easy. Something changes when you wear the uniform, but none of it is easy. As an actor, to play any character is not easy. Not for me.
Yeah.
I get very scared, and I'm like groping. I don't know what is going to happen when the camera rolls. And as Vartika, to even more, because I think the pressure of how much she was loved and respected in the first 2 seasons, to maintain that, will I get the same kind of love and respect? All of that is very, very stressful and pressurizing. Yeah.
But tell me one thing, Netflix obviously has so many hit shows which keeps on, but the renewal part of Netflix is quite limited. Why do you think as a performer or as being part of the Delhi Crime that they keep on renewing Delhi Crime?
Because there is no other show like Delhi Crime. It's the best show that's come out of India. It's easily one of the best shows that's come out of. I mean, season 1 was, I don't need to say anything.
Yeah.
It went ahead to win the Emmy.
Yeah.
And season 2 was so loved and respected, and and there is a mad fan following for the show. So when the show was announced, even the slate was announced, it was like, oh my God, it's coming back.
Yeah. The response is obviously massive. I remember even when the teaser came out, like finally.
Finally, yeah.
Yeah. But you have played this character for 6 years, and this is something which you have done like 2 decades ago when you have stayed with a character for a longer time when you used to do TV. And here, after a certain interval, you reprise Vartika. What is more, fun or challenging when you see in a retrospective way that returning to a character after a certain interval or staying with a character for a very long time?
Well, I would love it if there was Delhi Crime every year, but it takes time to make something good.
Yeah.
So that can't happen. I think coming back to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, there is also luckily when I did television, there were very good shows.
Definitely.
But there is a certain kind of complacency and tiredness that, seeps into something you're doing every single day.
Yeah.
It becomes like, I know what to do. And I don't like that place. I don't like complacency. I like the fact that every time I'm on a set, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know whether I will be able to do it. So I would say coming back to her.
Yeah. And what was it about Vartika that you discovered which was not on the script that made you very easily surrender to this character time and again?
Well, she's a very righteous person. She's like the moral compass for our society. Everyone thinks that, oh, we should have a Vartika or somebody should, we can be like her.
Yeah.
She's very righteous. She's very obsessive from what, yes, she was that in season 1. But, it was like, oh, that case was personal. But for her, every case is personal. So she can't detach herself at any point of time from any case. And like I said, she's obsessive. Like once she goes at it, she's just, at it. I think what has happened over season is she has learned to use the system or tweak it to suit herself.
Yeah.
And how to get away with it. But also with every coming season, I think she's becoming more and more defiant. So there are a lot of things. See, when we did season 1, I remember discussing with Rishi Mehta, and I said, the 2 most prevalent emotions this season will have, this show will have, because at that point of time we didn't know whether there was going to be a repeat or whatever, was pain and anger. And we had to be very careful of rationing those emotions, because if you keep seeing it, it's going to lose impact.
Okay.
But over season, she's grown, or rather, we've gotten to know her more deeply.
Yeah.
So there are so many things I can't quantify it. I can't pinpoint and say, oh, this wasn't there, but then this happened. No, it's always a marriage of a script, a character, and an actor.
Yeah. And one thing what I really love about you is your chemistry with your co-stars. Be it romantically or be it like here we have Rajesh Telang and Rasika. I mean, you are a senior officer to them, but there is a certain chemistry. There's even in every, like I said, like how do you crack that every time? Like how do you make sure that even that's reflected in your performance, that Shefali Shah is best with everyone? It's like,
because I think that is a quality that Vartika and me have, is that we believe that we are as good as our team is. And she really believes it, and so do I.
yeah,
We think beyond ourselves. Vartika thinks beyond herself.
Right.
And so does Shefali when I'm doing a project. I think I'm a small part of a big project. I'm not the part of anything. That automatically makes me give respect to people I work with and respect them tremendously. That's exactly what she does, and that's what I do.
yeah,
I love people I work with. I respect them tremendously. If I don't get along with someone, I will be like, okay, kaam karo, ghar jao. But otherwise, we are all very giving people. Like, how in DC, if the team didn't work together, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
The same way, in a film, if the team didn't work together, it can't work. So everyone's giving their bit. They're all contributing a very, very integral part of themselves to the project.
yeah,
And I understand that. And I treasure it. So I think it just comes naturally. As far as the Delhi Crime team is concerned, I remember when we did one, we met one evening before the shoot was going to start.
Wow.
That was the first time I met a lot of the actors. Rajesh I met for the first time then. Whether it was Gopal or Subhash or Anurag, Siddharth or Anurag, Jaya, all of them I met for the first time. But the next day when we started, it felt like this team belonged. They had been together forever. And that comes when you have such amazing actors, who are also giving and who are like, oh, let's do this together. Or maybe, this will be better. Like, I'm probably one of the only actors who says, Meri line kisi aur ko de do. Yeah. I'm like, I think Neeti should be saying this. This is more appropriate for Bhupinder. So I think that is what makes it, makes the chemistry, and it shows.
yeah. And does on the sets of Delhi Crime also you bring that spontaneity or you stick to the script? Because sometimes the approach, the framing and everything is a certain aspect, but
The technical stuff.
no, you're probably a
No,
dialogue
I'm saying the technical
yeah,
protocol of cops is something you can't make up.
right,
You have to follow it. And when you're doing something based on real life characters, or when you're depicting a force, you have to be very, very careful about what you do and how you do it. So that goes without saying. But as an actor, you have to bring yourself to the table. Otherwise, how will this character be? How will I own her?
Yeah.
I remember when I was offered this, I was told that I don't need an actor, I need a collaborator.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad I'm working with directors who understand that. So it's very important. And that's where it's like, when I did one and Rishi said, this is her that I have written. Now you make her your own. And then from there, it just grows.
Yeah. And does it differ when the director changes also? Because even that's quite a prime factor.
Of course it
on the
does.
scene.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
Both of them have their own unique way of working, their own unique perception of how the show is or should be, or the narrative, their visual language. Of course, the visual language is something we've maintained to keep throughout, and that's a very, very strong part of Delhi Crime. But no, it changes a lot. Yeah.
One aspect of Vartika, and I think nobody apart from you can do it because you have done it earlier also with Juice and Jalsa, is a stillness. Like, how do you as a performer while on the sets, because obviously when you are playing a character, you think like a character with oceans of emotions, but how do you convey it with like minimalism or just with that stare? Like, how do you make sure that the camera captures what you're just feeling?
Well, I have a great DOP who captures it. And
every time it's such it's
I genuinely believe that I have the privilege of a camera which catches the smallest of nuances. So if you can say something in 4 words, don't use 8. If you can say something in 2 words, don't use 4. And if you can say it without any words, don't speak at all. And those moments are universal.
yeah.
You don't need a language to interpret it or understand it. I feel strongly, and that shows on my face.
Yeah.
It's really as simple as that. It's not like I have a manual where I say, oh, expression number 33 karenge, that kind of a thing. I feel it intensely, and that shows. And that's what it is. And that is stillness, that is the internal power of her.
Yeah.
Like this season, it's become even more like there is no bravado to her anymore. She's not like, oh, main sab phod dungi. No. She's like, this is what I have to do. This is what I will do. It doesn't mean she does not feel very intensely. She feels the pain. She feels the anger. But she does not have the luxury of time to indulge that.
Yes.
I don't have the time to sit and cry when I'm hearing a story which is breaking me, from the victim. I'm feeling it. But if I break down, what kind of solace am I going to give the person in front of me? And I have heard it. I've felt it. But right now, I'm not going to sit and cry. I'm going to go behind those criminals who caused this pain. So there is that, Delhi Crime, everyone is talking about it. And so is Netflix and our producers and our director. That has become much bigger. It's become much wider. It's grown outward. But I feel Vartika, on the other hand, is grown inward. She's gone more, you're going back to your core.
Yeah.
So, and she doesn't find the need to, I mean, yes, in cinema, a lot of times histrionics or, crying or screaming or making it more dramatic may work.
Yeah.
But I see her differently. And it's a chance I'm taking.
Yeah.
It's worked till now. It's also, there is a growth of the character. Now, where is she come from? Where is she today?
Yeah.
What all has she gone through in the last 1 year? So all of that is a process of who she becomes. And I just hope that this time also I get as much love as I did for season 1 and 2.
Definitely. And you have, when the show won an Emmy, it reached globally like in an exorbitant rate. Like you can't even imagine. And lot of, I remember reading on social media when a lot of international people were actually watching it after it got that platform. But does that create an added pressure to anyone or especially you as a performer that is it something like, oh, there's a benchmark, do we have to cross it, or do you keep it very organic, like how you approach the first 2 seasons?
So as an actor, there is always a fear. Like I'd never go on a set thinking I know it. I'm always on a set thinking, now I don't know what to do.
After 30
Always.
years?
Yes, after 30 years. And I think that is what works for me.
Right.
Because every project, there is no complacency. You know, I go at it like it's the first one that I've ever done.
Yeah.
Which is what I think is my strength. The day I feel I know it, it's going to be the end of my growth. So I can't think like that. So every project has to have a certain benchmark. Only that you don't have that mark. You know, you can go wherever you want.
Yeah.
But with every piece of work that I do, I have to be better. It goes without saying. Otherwise, I mean, you know, I'll be failing myself.
Yeah.
And Emmy or no Emmy, the show itself had blown,
Yeah, of course.
you know, and so had Vartika and Madam Sir. It became very big.
Yeah.
So, like, I am terrified of the release. Terrified.
Wow.
Because I'm like, what if I let her down? What if I let the show down?
You know, since 2019, I mean, in 6 years, you have had Delhi Crime every 3 years. There's something or the other in between where you have played, you know, a soulful character where like in Three of Us, or we have seen in Once Again, or we have seen in Jalsa, where, you know, you are, again, it's amid crime and grit and all of that. And then you have Darlings also. And then you have Human, where in like too long format, where you both are on the two sides of the law in a way.
True.
But how do you keep on, you know, choosing these in between projects? Because we know that Delhi Crime keeps on, it's sure it's coming. But how do you
Honestly, you know
do
what,
that?
Aishwarya, I love Delhi Crime and I love Vartika, but that's not going to be the only thing that's
Yeah.
going to define it's one of the biggest things that will define my career, but not the only thing.
yeah.
So I never think of, अभी Delhi Crime को और 3 साल है तो इसके बीच में कुछ कर लो. No, I pick a project because I love it.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of being an actor, right? You play different characters.
Yeah.
And then if DC happens, fantastic. Nothing like it.
But this is the busiest you have been ever.
I think I was the busiest in that year where I had those 6 releases.
Yeah.
And I was hoping my entire career would be like that, but I realized no, that was a one-off.
Yeah.
So I wish I was busier, but I'm busy, but not as much as I would like to be. Let's put it that way.
So when will we see you behind the camera once again? Because it's been 4 years since Happy Birthday Mummy Ji came, and it came at the right time.
I know. I want to do it, but it's a lot of responsibility. And maybe I'm just still not ready to take that plunge. And maybe on the other hand, I should just take the deep dive and figure where I go.
Yeah. You know, one of the most frequent collaborators at different point in time of your career, be it beginning with Waqt, or be like you had Human, and now you're again working with Vipul Sir. And that's a heist thriller which people have been dying to see him come back after 2 decades or something. So coming to such role, like after a very long time for you also, because even that's a thriller is a different genre. Like you have thrillers, but this is quite different when, you know, the aakhe thriller genre is quite different. Like, so I just want to know, how was it for you? Because I mean, people always keep on. I remember when you did Ajeeb Dastans, and when Jalsa had Manav calling, people were like, no, you both should have a scene. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. But here you are reuniting with Jaideep. So how was that whole collaboration once again with Vipul sir as well as Jaideep and this genre?
So Vipul and me respect each other and each other's work very much. So I will never ask him to make a film for me, and he will never ask me to do a project just because he's making it.
Right.
So we always come together on something we both love. You know, if it fits both of us and it's like, wow, this we have to create together. So that is one, you know, the base start is only very good. You know, there is no compromise on either side with our creatives or what we want to do. So that is much better. Is it easier for me, or does it become easier because he's my husband and I get a lot of leeway? No. He treats me like any other actor.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that is how it is. We work well together. I hope this film does very well too.
Yeah.
And I think next year we'll see it release. So I'm very excited about it. And he is a filmmaker I respect, and I like working with him. So it's always wonderful to collaborate with somebody you respect and you love their work.
Yeah.
You know, Jaideep, I think he's stupendous as an actor. He's just one of the finest we have. And we did 3 of us together. And it was so beautiful. That film, everything about that film was just so beautiful. You know, it is Avinash Arun, and there was Jaideep, and there was Swanand, and there was Kadambari, and you know, the way it's shot and the way it's written, and all of it was like, the word you use is correct, it's soulful. And it was so beautiful for him and me to come together in that.
Yeah.
And then again, we're doing Hisab together.
Poles apart.
Yeah, poles apart, and in Hisab also, you know, it's like we are probably on the opposite side of a spectrum. So it's always a treat to work with a good actor. And Jaideep is just, he is just too good. You know, when he did Patal Lok and the hoarding of Amul came out, I can't tell you how happy I felt. I was so happy seeing that, because I was like, yo, you know, yes, this is what he deserves. And according to me, having the Amul hoarding is one of the biggest things like you can imagine in your career. Like, oh, the Amul, you know, that thing.
Yeah.
So I was so happy for him. Like, I was just like, he deserves it, you know. And it's great that actors like us are getting a chance.
Yeah.
Otherwise, some years ago, we would have been lost. So every time he does a project, I'm probably one of his biggest cheerleaders. And he's fabulous to work with.
Yeah. You know, finally, like, you became part of the world of OTT before it became what it is right now. I mean, but over the few years, there are handful of shows which people look forward to, or if some like a Delhi Crime is something which people show excitement over that time and again. But there are still lot of shows or films which have, you know, tried to, you know, get inspired, for lack of a better word, get inspired by certain type which created a mark. As an artist or as a viewer as well, do you see that this kind of brings a saturation to the platform, because the क्या बोलते हैं, the excitement which was there to see a new OTT or new something on the OTT space, that it has diminished?
Not at all. I'm very excited to watch. I want to see what drops every Friday on every network, on every platform.
Yeah.
So it would be very unfair to say that there is a saturation point for OTT. You may not want to watch one show.
Right.
It doesn't mean you don't want to watch the entire network.
Right.
I mean, that is the beauty of OTTs. It's bringing content from all across the globe to you. How can that be saturated? How can it ever get saturated? It's having your personal library, which is so rich. So I don't think it's ever going to get saturated. Not at all. There will be some good shows. There will be some not so good shows. There will be a peak and then there will be a fall. But that's a part of everything. But is it going to end? No chance. Not at all.
And also actors getting the right roles.
Absolutely. Actors, creators.
Yeah.
There have been such amazing filmmakers, but they never got an opportunity to tell their stories because they probably didn't fit into the box office formula. Writers, everyone, you know, they are getting their due finally. They're getting characters which are, actors are getting characters which are all-rounded characters. They're not just accessories to other people, you know. Yeah, supporting, मतलब सिर्फ side में padding के लिए नहीं होते हैं.
Yeah.
They are full-fledged characters. Like, you know, Delhi Crime, maybe it is Madam Sir and it is Vartika, but each character is so important in the show, and there's no denying it.
Yeah. But like especially with you in the movies per se, like when your character, I know the choices you make is your character always stand out. Be it come under the supporting character, supporting actor category or anything. And is there something that you have always, like since the beginning of your career, that you have decided that in somewhere or the other, that there is that X factor about my character that makes me say yes to this?
But that's what I assume. I mean, how else would other actors choose? Of course, there is a lot of calculation that goes into choosing a
Yeah,
part
because it also-
for other actors,
Yeah.
not for me.
Yeah.
For me, it's always instinct. I read a script and I'm like, I have to do this, or मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रही.
Yeah.
You know, and then the rest of it falls into place.
Yeah.
But it's always the first thing is the script.
Yeah, because it takes time for an actor to get that right script also, because you have the wait is quite longer at
Very long. I mean, I
Yeah.
think my career has been more about waiting than actually working.
Yeah, that's why I
So-
asked you that, because your instinct has been so strong as a touch wood. Like,
Touch wood, really.
yeah. That's why I was asking you, how does it get right all the time?
Touch wood, just that's all I can say.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It was
Thank
so
you.
great talking to you once again.
Wonderful talking to you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank
Aishwarya.
you.